You know that feeling when you pick up your phone and suddenly 30 minutes vanish? You didn't plan to scroll, you just wanted to check one thing, and yet half your evening is gone. Most people feel this every day and do nothing about it, but some people see it differently. They notice the pull before it takes hold. They understand the patterns, and once you see it too, it changes everything. Your hand moves toward your phone on autopilot. You're in the middle of a conversation, eating dinner, or sitting quietly, and suddenly the device is in your palm. You didn't choose it, your body did. And when you notice this, a question begins to form. Am I controlling this, or is it controlling me? That's the moment most people never reach. They never stop to observe the compulsion, the small, constant tug that keeps them connected to something that takes more than it gives. Every notification chime, every subtle red icon, every infinite scroll is designed to capture your attention. Your brain craves it, even though it gives nothing meaningful. Each like, each comment, each fleeting piece of content becomes a tiny hit of dopamine. It's not real reward, it's the illusion of it. You think you're in control, but in reality, you're running a race you didn't sign up for. It's a chase that never ends because the rules are never clear. The system doesn't care about your time or your energy. It only cares that you keep returning, hand moving, thumb swiping, reflexive, addicted. And then you start to notice the cost. Every hour spent scrolling is a brick taken from your life. Stack them up, and you realize what you could have built instead. Projects, relationships, skills, quiet moments with yourself, all gone, traded for ephemeral stimulation. You can almost see it, a towering wall of lost time. Each scroll, each video, each endless post contributes to it. And you begin to understand that attention is the currency of your life. And right now, you're spending it on things that will never pay dividends.
The first time you step away, boredom hits, and it feels uncomfortable, almost threatening. Your hand reaches reflexively. You check emails, notifications, anything to fill the silence. But here's the secret most people miss. Boredom is the gateway to creativity. It's the space where ideas connect, where thoughts breathe, where original thinking emerges. Sitting with that emptiness is where transformation begins. And it's not easy. At first, your mind protests. It screams for stimulation, for the familiar pull of the feed. But if you sit with it, if you allow yourself to simply be, a strange thing happens. That emptiness becomes fertile. You begin to notice thoughts that were buried under the constant noise. Memories, ideas, feelings, all resurfacing. You notice the small details you used to overlook, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of leaves rustling outside your window, the subtle expressions on a friend's face during conversation. Life, in its simplest form, becomes vivid again. You start to realize that your mind is not designed to consume endlessly. It's designed to create, to reflect, to connect with the world in a meaningful way. As the days pass, something shifts. That initial discomfort transforms into freedom. You find yourself focusing naturally, diving into tasks without effort. The fragmented attention that wants to find your day starts to coalesce. Reading, writing, creating, all of it flows. You remember what it feels like to be fully present, to do something simply because it matters to you, not because it will be liked or shared. Every action becomes intentional. Every choice feels yours. Real joy begins to return. The fleeting spikes of notifications are replaced by deep satisfaction. Walks feel richer, conversations more genuine, experiences more vivid. You're no longer performing for an audience. You're living your life. Every moment is yours. Every thought is yours. Your mental space, once cluttered with endless content, is clear, open, ready. You begin to remember what it felt like to be a kid, when hours could disappear simply because you were lost in something you loved.
That freedom, that unmeasured joy returns in small, beautiful ways.
And here's what most people don't understand. This transformation isn't just about time, it's about your mental and emotional energy. Every time you check your phone, your brain has to stop, refocus, rebuild context. 50 interruptions a day add up. You're running on empty long before you attempt real work, deep thought, or meaningful creation. Social media doesn't just take minutes, it takes clarity, presence, and the ability to think without interruption. Remove it, and suddenly your brain has room again. You feel lighter, sharper, more capable. Tasks that once felt monumental are suddenly manageable. You read more, think more, create more. The ideas that never had time to breathe now flourish. Projects start to complete themselves naturally. Flow becomes not a rare occurrence, but your default state. You realize that the biggest obstacle to your productivity, to your joy, and to your presence wasn't laziness, it was distraction. Constant, invisible, draining distraction. Relationships deepen. Conversations flow without the invisible tug of a notification. You're fully present. You listen, you respond, you connect. Not through curated posts or digital validation, but through real human interaction. People notice, they comment on it, they feel it. And most importantly, you feel it. You feel alive, engaged, whole. Experiences become richer, more personal. You take walks without thinking about what picture to post. You read books that challenge your mind rather than summaries that pacify it. You work on projects that matter, not for likes, not for approval, but for the simple, pure satisfaction of creating, learning, or building. Life becomes less about performance and more about being.
And after weeks, after a month, subtle changes appear. Sleep comes easier because your brain isn't running on digital noise. Mornings feel yours, not dictated by someone else's agenda. Anxiety that you didn't even realize you were carrying slowly lifts. You feel lighter, more in control, more capable. You remember the taste of your own thoughts, the rhythm of your own attention, the clarity of your own mind. And here's the truth. The people who thrive without social media are not missing anything. They are gaining everything that truly matters. Peace, mental clarity, focus, authentic joy, deep relationships, and self-respect. Visibility is not significance. Performance is not presence. Attention is your most valuable asset, and those who protect it are building a life that no algorithm can touch. Social media was designed to distract, fragment, and exploit your mind. But by choosing differently, by stepping away, you reclaim your life. You reclaim your attention, your creativity, your freedom. You remember what it feels like to think without interruption, to experience without documenting, to connect without performing. You realize that happiness, focus, and peace were never in the feed. They were inside you, waiting for space, waiting for attention, waiting to be noticed. And once you feel that transformation, the calm, the flow, the clarity, the joy, going back isn't an option. You understand the difference between living for likes and living for life. You see the value of presence, of mental freedom, of being fully in your own world. And in that understanding, in that awareness, you find something far greater than scrolling could ever give you: yourself.